Hey everybody, it's Ben Murphy with the Deuce Kirk team at Keller Williams in Greater Lexington. Welcome to Living in Lexington. Today's video, we're going to do something fun. I'm going to give you my top 10 restaurants. Stick around for the ending. I'm going to tell you the best restaurant you need to come check out while you're here in Lexington. Let's get going. So just kick us off at number 10, ladies and gentlemen, one of the restaurant diners you have to check out while you're here, a local legend, Ramsey's Diner. Ramsey's Diner originally opened in 1989, and the original location shut down in 2014, but that's okay because they moved to a location over in Zandale, which is probably the largest location that they've got. It's definitely in a hot spot on Nicholasville Road, coming away from downtown Lexington and the University of Kentucky. But they have 4 locations overall in the surrounding area. So it's a real popular local place, and they do a great job with service. Service is insanely important to them, amongst providing a good product and good food. I love showing my out of town family and relatives and friends this location because they do a great job of serving that Southern style dish that so many people come to look for when they come to a Southern state like Kentucky. And so I know it's a local legend, and it's a fantastic restaurant. You're gonna have a great time. It's great service. They do throw parties throughout the year, such events like St. Patrick's Day parties or Mardi Gras parties. So if you're in town and you're in the vicinity, you got to go check them out because they do get rowdy and they are a lot of fun. And like I said, it just because of the service, it's local history here in the area. It's definitely one of those diners you have to check out while you're visiting or living here in Lexington. Coming in at number 9, ladies and gentlemen, is a restaurant that you definitely got to check out if you are a Latin, style flavored food. This one's called the Corta Lima. So you definitely got to check Corta Lima out. It is more of a mid-scale restaurant. It's limited seating, so you definitely need to make sure that you get reservations in advance. It's definitely not one of those places that you can show up on a Friday night at 7 o'clock and expect to get seated. It's a very hot ticket here in town, so make sure that you do get those reservations in. But they do. It's got an acclaimed chef there who does great jobs and does all incredible, inspiring dishes. They have a tasting room that specializes on the different types of rums, the tequilas, and wine from the Latin areas of the world. So it's definitely a strong place if you are trying to find some more modern takes on some Latin cuisine. So like I said, it's definitely one of those that's hit the town hard, and people do like it, and people do talk about it. And so I definitely recommend that you, as yourself, go and check out this restaurant here while you're in town. Coming in at number 8, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to mention some pizza because pizza is, it's not the staple fried chicken that most people, are thinking about when it comes to Kentucky, but there is a really cool little hot spot here in Lexington. It's called Joe Bologna's. You got to come check them out. I know celebrities, when they come from out of state, they come and they hear about Lexington. They all think about going to try out Joe Bologna's and see if it is worth the hype. A little bit about Joe's. I loved it in college. It was definitely a fun pizza place that me and my friends love to go eat at. It's a unique restaurant because it's in an old Jewish church, believe it or not. And so the designs, the structure, it's got 41 stained glass windows in it. So I mean, it's a very unique place to have an Italian restaurant. And so I just wanted to kind of throw that little tidbit of information out there. It's a unique atmosphere. You got to eat in. Don't just pick it up and go. You got to bring your family, sit down, eat, enjoy yourselves. And it's a unique, one of a kind restaurant that Lexington loves to showcase. And so when it comes to pizza, I always tell people you got to check out Joe Bologna's. Let me say, there are other good pizza joints here in the Lexington area. I'll do a follow-up where I talk strictly about pizzas, and we'll make sure everyone knows about it. But when it comes to this list, you got to go to Joe's, and you got to go check them out. Hey, everybody, before we continue, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. It's going to get this video out there, especially for people who are just researching about the area and maybe aren't even moving, but are just coming for a football game, a basketball game, whatever the event is. It's going to help let them know exactly what kind of restaurants they need to check out while they're in town. Now, this next one coming at number 7, ladies and gentlemen, it's a joint that just came here not too long ago. It's been here for a few years. Originally started in 2018 in Covington, Kentucky. It's called Agave Rye. You definitely have to check them out. I tell my wife I call that place the fancy taco place because that's exactly what it is. And when I show you photos and you go and look at them, they have some of the most unique tacos that you might ever see in your life or ever hear about. It definitely gives you some inspiration. If you're your own cook at home and you like making different types of foods, they take it to a whole different level. The restaurants that I usually go to, Agave on Rye, they now have 2 locations. One's over at the Fayette Mall. That's the most popular one, most likely. And that's the one that my wife and I will go to. And they do make great drinks, but on top of having those fancy tacos. But it is. And when I say that, you got to check out the menu and you'll see for yourself. So it's, again, one of those fun places that I like to bring family and friends from outside of the area because there's nothing else like it. I mean, it's such a unique restaurant in its own right. So coming in at number 7, you got to check out Agave and Rye. Coming in at number 6, ladies and gentlemen, I know, again, when we think Southern food, you think about all kinds of different things. And one of them is barbecue. I know barbecue is not necessarily well known, I guess, as a staple food here in Kentucky, but there is one restaurant that is taking it to a whole new level, and that's Red State BBQ. And if you're from the area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to barbecue, this restaurant has just blown it out of the proportion. Award-winning, doesn't even begin to describe this restaurant. Constant awards every single year since their creation. And so there was a little fire a couple years ago that kind of freaked everyone out. They were scared that they weren't going to be able to rebuild it, but they did. Community even came in. I know I read stories and heard about people coming in to revitalize it, and they're right back at it, and they're strong as can be. So again, one of those places that's just taking a food that we're not necessarily known for, and they're elevating it to a huge status. Red State BBQ, you have to check them out. Now we're starting to get number 5. We're starting to get into some of the more, I guess, fancier places, and one of those that you have to talk about is Bella Notte. Bella Notte has been here for 20 plus years and has been serving fine Italian food ever since then. And when you talk about the best Italian places, Bella Notte is definitely one of those first places people talk about. Its location's right there, right in Fayette Mall, where a lot of those other popular restaurants, as I mentioned before, are. But I mean, date night, celebration night. I mean, when we're looking to go somewhere nice and enjoy a great meal, that is definitely one of those first places that we go and check out. You got to check out the menu. I'll attach all the menus below as well, links to their site, so that way you can go and look at them for yourself. But like I said, Bella Notte, it's a warm environment. I think we've gone there and eaten brunch there before and had great time and a great service there as well. So again, upscale. It's going to be a little pricey for you, but food, service, I mean, it's all worth it. Coming at number 4, I'm going Italian again. I have to, because Giuseppe's, without a doubt, fantastic restaurant, fantastic food, and it's always on the weekends. I feel like they have some sort of jazz music being played, live jazz music again. So again, if you're looking for some of the fancier side, you're looking for more elegant, you want to get some dressed up, you want to have a really nice dinner, really, like I said, date night, whatever it is, celebration. I've celebrated families' graduations, friends' graduations, engagements, all kinds of stuff. Like it's one of those places that you definitely want to go and enjoy yourself. I've had their lobster ravioli there. It's one of the best I've ever had in my life. Like I said, without a doubt, like you're going to enjoy yourself if you're looking for fine Italian food. Coming at number 3 for restaurants that you definitely got to give it a shot, ladies and gentlemen, Carson's, which is located near downtown Lexington. Since its opening day, I feel like there was always a line out the door. It's one of those places. You definitely can get some reservations in advance, so I would definitely recommend that. My wife and I have gone there multiple times for their brunch. Believe it or not, fantastic brunch. Definitely enjoy going there. They have some of the best chicken waffles I think I've ever tried in my life. They definitely take the pride and joy of being here in Lexington, being Kentucky, being proud, that Kentucky proud mentality. They definitely take that to the next level. A lot of local breweries, local craft breweries, they are serving those drinks. They want to embrace, being the fact that we are in Kentucky and the fact that Kentucky is such an amazing place. So, one of those places, again, you definitely have to check out. Be ready to wait, especially if it's a popular time period. You got to be ready to go, because it's definitely worth the time, worth the wait, worth the money. That's why it's on this list of restaurants you definitely have to try. Now, coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, and this is not a diss to them whatsoever, but I love Malone's. Malone's is definitely one of the top restaurants I've eaten at in recent memory. I mean, just without a doubt, not even recent memory, most of my life, without a doubt, Malone's is one of the best restaurants I've ever had ate in my life. And if you don't believe me, that it's one of those top tier places that you got to go check out, just go walk into the restaurant and just look around the wall. It is riddled with signed actors, politicians, celebrities that have come just to eat here. You know, like whether they were doing a movie or whatever. I'm telling you, you'll be shocked at some of the names you'll see along that wall. And it's really, really cool to go be a part of that. And once you try their food, you'll know 100% why. Um, I went there and celebrated my wife's birthday not too long ago. She had a steak. I actually tried something that was like a maple bourbon chicken, and it just blew me away about how good it was. Okay, and so that's, like I said, it's definitely on the pricier side. If you're, if that's something that you got to think about, it's definitely up there on the upscale when it comes to fine dining, but 100% worth it. Service was fantastic. Always great service. Always got, always are ready to help. The drinks that we had were really, really good. I enjoyed it. And so, like I said, that's why easily it's in my top number two. You got to go check out Malone's. It easily could be number one in other locations. So if you're in town, you want to go have a good experience, you got to go check out Malone's. Okay, you made it to number one, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, without a doubt, here in the area, you got to go check out Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse. Okay, Jeff Ruby's is a iconic name when you're here in Kentucky, not just Lexington itself. And if you want to have one of the best steaks that you're ever going to have in your life, you got to go check out Jeff Ruby's. Okay, and they do other foods very, very well as well. I'm not saying that they only do one. They're a one show pony. When you go, I always go to the location in downtown Lexington. It's got a huge piano on a huge stage, huge open room. It's got multiple rooms though. You got this huge vast room that's got the bar in the middle. Then you got private sections that if you're trying to be you're not trying to be as crazy as party driven. But again, it's one of those locations when celebrities come to town, they're going and they're checking out Jeff Ruby's because they know they're going to get fantastic food. It's great entertainment, great atmosphere, fantastic location here in the heart of downtown Lexington. And without a doubt, I mean, easily number one when it comes to food here in restaurants here in the Lexington area. Everybody, that wraps up for today's video. Thank you for everyone who stuck around this long. Do me another favor. If you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps get the videos out there. It helps spread our channel, helps let everyone in the world know why they need to move to Lexington, Kentucky, why it makes our city so amazing, and what just makes the area so amazing. And I do want to say thank you so much for everyone who's already subscribed to the channel. We will be putting out more and more videos. Some will be fun like this one where things to do, restaurants and everything like that. I probably will do a follow-up video about restaurants because there are tons and tons of great local restaurants, mom and pop shop kind of restaurants that are locally owned, not big chain franchise, places that didn't even get on this first initial list. And, so don't ring me if you are a local Lexington native and I left off one of your favorites, because I know there are fantastic restaurants here. I'm just giving you the top 10 that I think you have to check out if you are in the area. And my wife and I are being told all the time we've got to go check out different places. So like I said, we'll probably do follow-up videos about restaurants. If you are a local and you think I missed something important, or you think I missed a restaurant that's real important, leave a comment. Let me know, because I would love to go do some more food reviews and restaurant reviews about the different places here in the Lexington, Kentucky area. I just wanted to give you my top 10. Like I said before, I do appreciate you watching the video. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Murphy with the Deuce Kirk team here and living in Lexington. You all have a great day.